You're born somewhere between life is already terrible and it's about to get worse. The year? 1218. The Mongol Empire is expanding like wildfire and your tiny village is right in its path. Your family? Small, proud, and loyal to a local Khan who thinks he can resist Genghis's war machine. You don't know what a war machine is yet, but you'll figure it out soon enough. Spoiler, it's not pretty. Your village holds out longer than most, protected by rocky terrain and a local Khan who refuses to bend the knee. For 3 years, you watch the empire close in like a tightening noose. When you're 7, they finally come for your village. The attack is swift and merciless. Your father dies with a Mongol arrow in his chest. Your mother shoves you behind a grain barrel, whispers for you to stay hidden, then runs out to drag your father's body to safety. She doesn't make it back. When the killing stops, you're one of maybe a dozen children left alive. That's when the Mongol administrators arrive. They don't wear armor like the warriors, just the neat deal robes of imperial officers. They walk among the survivors, examining every child like livestock at market. Most get a dismissive shake of the head. A few, including you, get a nod. They blindfold you, march you across endless plains for days. And when the blindfold comes off, you're standing in front of Karakorum, the beating heart of the empire. It looms over you, vast and unforgiving. It's impressive, sure, but it's also cold, foreign, and smells like sweat and mold. Welcome to your new home. Training starts immediately. There's no orientation. No, here's where the bathrooms are. Instead, you're thrown into drills that make you question whether they're training you or trying to kill you. You cry the first night. By the second night, you're too exhausted to cry. By the third, you've learned that crying earns you extra laps around the training ground. You're not a child anymore. You're a project, and they're forging you into something useful for the empire. You learn to fight, first with wooden practice swords that leave your arms purple and swollen, then with real blades that draw blood if you're too slow. Every mistake leaves a scar, a reminder that hesitation can kill you. You learn to move without sound, how to hide in shadows during infiltration exercises, how to track footprints through the training grounds. It's all practice, all control. Every lesson builds towards something real and deadly. And through it all, they're pounding one message into your skull. Loyalty. To the Khan. To the eternal blue sky. But somehow, despite everything, you make a friend. Same age, same story. Another broken kid from a burned-down home. You promise to protect each other, like brothers. It's the only thing keeping you human. The days blur together. Sparring, fasting, reciting doctrine until your throat is sore. You're not allowed to ask questions, but you have plenty. Like, why are they making you crawl through mud under a net of barbed wire? Or, why does the food taste like it was cooked by someone who hates you? But you keep your mouth shut, because asking questions gets you a day without any food at all. The years pass. By 12, you're lethal. You can fabricate a cover identity on the spot, disappear like smoke, kill without blinking. The truth has been staring you in the face for years. They're not training you to fight in battles. They're training you to prevent them from ever happening. And then, you're 13. Your instructor notices how close you and your friends have gotten. Big mistake. He decides to test your loyalty to the Khan's vision. The test? A fight. To the death. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because attachment is weakness. It's not punishment. It's a lesson. And the lesson is that nothing comes before your duty to the Empire. You hesitate. He doesn't. Your friend's eyes are wide with terror, shaking as he lunges at you. He's not faster or more skilled, just desperate. And desperation is dangerous. Every strike feels heavier because of what it means. He lands a blow, slices your arm. The pain jolts you, but it's the panic that hits harder. You're losing. Survival instinct takes over. The fight isn't quick, but it's over faster than you want it to be. You feint left, strike right. Your blade finds its mark, through his heart. He goes down. You stand over your friend, breathing hard, blood dripping from your arm and your weapon. He looks up at you, eyes wide with shock. And for a moment, you see the boy you promised to protect. Then, he's gone. There's no applause, no pat on the back, just silence. The instructor doesn't even look at you when it's over. He just walks away. You stand there, covered in blood, his blood, and you realize the transformation is complete. They made you kill the one who mattered most to you. You're not a person anymore. You're exactly what they wanted, a committed weapon. A few days later, your instructor approaches you with something like approval in his eyes. You've earned it, he says simply. You're ready. Your first mission arrives. You're given forged travel papers, a merchant's disguise, a dagger that's seen better days. No encouragement, no guidance beyond the target's description. Just orders and a shove toward enemy territory. The target is a minor military official. Important enough to matter, but not significant enough to have any real protection. He's predictable. Same tea house every morning. Same inspection route. Same wine shop every evening, where he drinks until he can barely walk. You watch him for days, learn his patterns. You don't think about who he is or what he's defending. He's a name on a list, and your job is to cross it off in blood. The kill is quick and clean. You catch him in an alley behind the tavern, too drunk to notice you until it's too late. One swift motion, and the dagger is in his throat. He gurgles, eyes wide with shock, and collapses. You don't wait to watch him die. You just disappear into the night. The assignments multiply. Next target? A merchant with loose lips and dangerous connections. You wait until he's alone with his wine. 3 drops of oleander extract later, he clutches his chest, thinking his heart finally gave out. Then a military general planning something foolish. You enter his tent as a messenger during the chaos of camp. A thin blade slips between his ribs as he reaches for the scroll. Gone before his aide returns. After that, a corrupt official at the bathhouse. You put some powdered nightshade in the steam oils, and he's gone before the water turns cold. Mission after mission. Each requires a different face, a different method. Poison and blade, accident and misdirection. You become whoever the moment demands. Merchant, pilgrim, servant, scholar, slipping into roles like changing masks. Whispers of a shadow that strikes without warning, spread along the trade routes. They don't know who you are, or if you're even human. They just know that when the shadow strikes, people die. That's exactly the point. The Empire's reach becomes legend. For 2 decades, you are the answer to unsolvable problems. But by 40, your knees ache. You don't move quite as fast. Your last target in Anyang almost escaped. Almost. 10 years ago, he wouldn't have made it to the door. The Council receives reports on everything. You're still deadly, but no longer untouchable. The order comes down from the Council. Instructor position. Effective immediately. You're too valuable to lose in the field. You hate it. Being there brings back old memories. But the Empire's will is absolute. The assignment comes before your feelings. Always. The recruits are so young, torn from burning villages, clutching at memories of home. You teach them footwork, blade work, the 100 ways to end a life. You teach them to kill. They find comfort in each other. Small friendships bloom in the darkness. You watch them bond, knowing what's coming. You don't warn them. What would be the point? Years pass, and then, at 51, you get the order. Your favorite student hesitated on a kill. He's compromised. Your job? Clean it up. You track him down easily. He's alone, sitting by a fire on the steps, staring into the flames, like they might hold the answers he's looking for. When he looks up, your breath catches. For a moment, it's not him you see. It's your old friend, the one you killed all those years ago. The same eyes. He recognizes you immediately. He doesn't run. He just looks at you, voice quiet. Look at us. Look what we've become. The words hit harder than any blade ever could. You feel like you're standing in that training ground all over again, weapon in hand, about to make the same terrible choice. You lower your weapon. Run, you tell him. Run far and never stop. He stares at you, confused, then scrambles to his feet and disappears into the night. You sit by the fire, knowing they'll just send someone else to finish what you couldn't. But it won't be you. You're done being the Empire's blade. You go back and lie. Tell them the job is finished. They believe you. Why wouldn't they? You've always been the perfect tool. Until now. 3 nights later, you disappear. You find a nameless village, nestled in forgotten hills. You mend stone walls with your hands, herd goats across mountain paths. The work is simple, honest. Your hands grow calloused in new ways. But you're not naive. Deep down, you know they might come. So you prepare. An assortment of blades hidden throughout the cottage. And among the herbs and cooking supplies, other tools of your former trade. Years pass. You grow older, slower, your hair showing silver. You almost believe you're free, that you've escaped the Empire's reach. Almost. Then comes the knock on your door. 3 measured taps on a cold evening. You open the door, and there he is, a former student, grown tall, shoulders broad, his face set with grim resolve. His blade catches the light. You're a difficult man to find, he says, stepping inside uninvited. You almost laugh. After all this time, after everything you've been through, it comes down to this. A knock on the door like he's a neighbor stopping by for tea. He steps closer. You know how this ends, he says. You glance briefly toward the kitchen, to the innocent clay jar sitting among the herbs. We'll see, you reply. The fight begins exactly as you feared. You're slower than you used to be. He's younger and faster. And he was trained by you. Every move you make, he anticipates. Please, master, don't make this harder than it has to be, he says. You go for a leg sweep. He sidesteps it cleanly. You try a palm strike feint. He doesn't fall for it. You reach for your belt knife. He kicks it away. It goes clattering across the stone floor. You built this weapon. You can't outfight him. The kitchen is your final gambit. You scramble toward it, grabbing the small clay jar from among the herbs, ready to throw it at him. He follows, almost leisurely. When he sees what's in your hand, he smiles. Really? This is what the Great Shadow has been reduced to. He lunges forward, confident. You can't dodge. This is your only chance. You smash the jar over his head as his blade drives through your chest. Crushed oleander and powdered arsenic explodes in a small gray cloud. His eyes go wide with sudden realization. Immediately, you both start gasping, coughing blood. He collapses first, wheezing and clawing at his throat. You watch him die on your kitchen floor, your own strength fading with each labored breath. The poison burns in your lungs. Your vision blurs at the edges. At least you brought him down with you. As darkness closes in, you let out one final breath. The Empire never lets you go. Once you're theirs, you either kill for it or die for it.